Ali, French elections this weekend. It's going to be quite an important one, isn't it? Lots of eyes on what's going to happen there. The impact across Europe will be seismic if Le Pen gets in. Is she going to?
Well, at the moment, Michelle, it looks like the polls are pointing towards Macron, but he shouldn't be complacent. In the early part of the campaign, he hardly campaigned at all. He was more busy talking about foreign affairs and other things rather than being on the campaign trail. I think the key thing is that if you look at the traditional parties of both left and right, they've been really squeezed. I mean, they've been just completely squeezed out of the picture. You've now got Le Pen, who's built up her... she's called it the National Rally now. It used to be called the National Front. She's sort of given a lot more of a friendly approach. And she talks about her love for cats and gardening. She didn't lose her temper the other day on the presidential debate. So she's improved her style. I think at the moment it still looks like Macron's going to do it. But there are two competing visions in France between Macron's liberalist view of the world and Le Pen's much more nationalist France first view. And that's what's going to be on offer for voters on Sunday. I think he'll probably win, but I don't think they can be complacent. And it really depends where Mélenchon's votes go. He got 20% in the first round, over 20%. Where will those votes go?
And as he, because when he didn't get through on the first round, he stopped short at that point of telling his voters to go to Macron. Has he subsequently come out and told them to go there or not?
No, and I think that we'll have to wait and see. Look, the polls are saying it's going to be 55-45. We know the polls can be very wrong. And I think that if you actually just take a step back for a second and look at Le Pen compared to where her father was, a pretty much marginal figure, laughed at in France for a long time, and look at where she is. The fact that she's even being talked about getting 45% of the vote at this point is a very sobering thought, even if she doesn't win.
I've got to make a confession. Part of me wouldn't mind Le Pen winning, just as a wake-up call, I think, to a few in Europe.
Well, how many more do they need, Michelle? They had Brexit, they had Trump. I mean, how many more make-up calls do the establishment need?